Hello, everyone, and welcome to our first graduation call from 2025. We have Mylene here, who has just finished her 120-hour TEFLPros course. So our newest certified graduate. And it's a pleasure to have you here, Mylene. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Fantastic. Thank you for your call.
Of course, and congratulations again on your graduation. I'm sure it must feel really good to have the certificates, to be on the other side of that course that we started a few months back.
Very excited. Thank you.
All right, so a lot of people are going to be watching this and listening, who might be wondering about possibly taking this course themselves. So I figure we can just talk a little bit about your personal journey that led you to this moment. So before we began this course, what was the lead up? What was going through your mind that led you to wanting to get a TEFL certification?
I had done some teaching in the past. When we lived in Mexico, I taught Canadians how to speak Spanish. And when we lived in Panama, I taught Panamanian kids to speak Dutch because I speak a few languages. And I loved it. Besides that, my grandmother was a teacher. Her sister was a teacher. My mother was a teacher. All her sisters are teachers. So we have a lot of teachers in the family. And we had just recently moved to Arizona, to the US. And I was trying to find something to do with I wanted to do something with languages. And I ran into one of my neighbors. I met a neighbor, a lady, she's in her 70s. And I told her I wanted to do something with languages. She told me she was an English teacher. She teaches online. So we had that conversation, and she said, you should really look into it and get certified. And then she told me that she had done her research of all the companies that give certification for TEFL. And she told me that she found this TEFL Pro. She said it was the best one that she found. So I went with it. I started doing my research. Then we had a call. You and I had a call. And I just signed up. I figured, it's something I enjoyed, even though when I didn't know what I was doing, I enjoyed. And I figured if I learn more, I could probably make a living out of this and really make a difference in people's lives and do it on my own pace. I can work from home. I wanted to do something online, maybe combined with working in a company with starting employees or something like that. And it was just perfect. I wanted something I could do on my own time, on my own pace. And I had set a goal. And you remember that I said I wanted to complete it by the end of the year. And I submitted my portfolio, my final portfolios 2 days before the end of the year. So it was perfect. It worked out perfect.
That's wonderful. And I remember getting that portfolio. I was at home over the holidays, just, it was celebration from my side, from Elaine's side, from our whole staff side. It was great to see. I remember back to our first conversation, and I remember you having such character and charisma that I'm like, because I know you expressed a little worry at the beginning for the course, but once you got into it, you just, you breezed through it, and it was very inspiring. So take us through the course itself. How did the course you said you did some teaching. How did the course potentially change your perspective a little bit on teaching?
Again, when I was teaching before, I was just making up stuff and doing a lot of translations, teaching by translating. I never really had a lesson plan, maybe some context, but I learned, I thought the thought process behind teaching was very interesting. The approach, the lesson planning, you are a lot in what is it? The unconscious incompetence is part of what I learned, by the way, on the course, that you don't even know that you don't know all this stuff. And as you're learning, you're thinking, oh, wow, this is interesting. I just found a lot of eye openers. it's not just getting up and standing in front of a class and preaching. There's a lot of thought that goes into every step that you take. And I found that the way that you presented the step by steps really helped me understand and grasp what it would take in order to be a good teacher. So I'm not sure if that answers your question.
Absolutely does. It absolutely does.
Yeah.
Because as I said, there are certain parts of it, that it kind of transforms your perspective, especially if you've already taught before. And
Exactly.
a lot of our students have taught before. And I was talking to you about this earlier. We have a new student who just began yesterday, and she was quite nervous, even though she has taught before. She was quite nervous getting into this course. What advice would you give her? Starting this course, starting this journey towards her TEFL certification.
Well, I was also very nervous. You remember the conversation we had? I was like, I don't know if I can do this, especially with the grammar portion and everything. I found the lessons were very detailed. I found the videos to be super helpful. And I would say to her, just take your time. If I had sometimes that I needed to do one of the portfolio assignments and I was getting confused, and I would just step away. I would step away, do something completely different, come back, watch the videos again, the step by steps, the lesson videos, which I thought were super helpful. But I would say take it at your own pace and just have confidence that it will come. Because I also had a lot of moments of confusion, but you listen to the lessons again, you go over them again, you read again, and it will all fall in place. It goes at a pace where you really everything goes in the right sequence, and it will work out. I did it, and I'm not a spring chicken anymore. So I don't know how young she is, but it will get done. Just take it at your own pace and have confidence that it will take you to where you want to get.
Beautiful. That's awesome. And I know she'll be very grateful to hear that, as well as anyone else down the road, because anyone watching this video, can see and will learn from you that it does look very daunting at the beginning, because when you sign up for the course, it's all right there staring at you.
Exactly.
It's not hiding behind a back chapter of a book. You're like,
Yeah,
um,
you can see it all from the beginning.
you can see it all, but then bit by bit, week by week, it chisel it away. And here we are having a conversation, right?
Yeah.
Like it would never come. So
Yeah.
no, like I said, we're all very proud that you've made it so far. And even in this interview, you are definitely displaying a certain confidence in your delivery that maybe wasn't there when we talked back in earlier this year, or earlier last year, as we eclipsed a year. Well, now, the big question, you've gotten your course, you've gotten your certificate, we need to put it to work. So what are your plans now?
I want to get my resume together. I was waiting to make sure that I graduated. Now that I know that I did, I need to put my resume together, and then I want to start applying for online teaching. Um, I don't know what level still. I have to see what's out there, and probably something that has to do with one of the languages that I speak. I don't know if there's any advantage to the students the fact that I speak their first language, but yes, I would like to do something online. So I know that you will also help me with that. So I'm looking forward to that, and hopefully I can do this for a long time. And my neighbor is in her late 70s and she's still teaching, so I'm very optimistic. Yes, and also just changing people's lives. I'm looking forward to that. Yes.
Yes. Your future students who don't even know they're going to have you as their teacher yet. they will be very grateful that you came into their lives. I have no doubt. We're grateful you came into
Oh,
our
thank
lives
you.
as well, and I truly mean that. So last thing, I know you kind of talked a little bit about this regarding my most recent um, student who's come into our course. But
Mhm.
as a broad generalization, and I like to kind of leave this one for those of you who've made it this far in the video, who've watched this full interview, who are thinking about, maybe they're a little bit curious, what I mean, because we were all curious once. This
Oh,
whole
yes.
this whole TEFL ESL thing, it's not really beaten into us from an early age. It's something that kind of weasels its way over to us over time.
Mhm. Yes.
So someone who maybe has just heard about ESL or TEFL or anything like this, who might be a little bit curious, what advice would you give them if you were in their living room on their phone on their screen and they were wondering, is this something that I could do? What would you say?
Absolutely. It's doable. I've done a lot of courses online for different things, and I found this one to really be, um, it was for me. I felt it was really good for me. And also, the opportunities that you have once you are certified are endless. You can pick and choose where you want to work, the time that you want to work, how you want to work, how much money you want to make. So it gives you a bit of freedom and independence. Independence, is that the right word? Yes. And I would say look into it. It took me about 3 months at a very steady pace, a bit of dedication, well, a lot of dedication, but about 3 months. So you can have it and it can really change your life and you can start changing other people's lives with that. So definitely go for it. If you have the time and you're not sure what to do with your life, I think this is a good, this is a good opportunity. It's a great option.
Right. I agree. I agree. It's from someone whose life had absolutely changed as well. I'm so totally with you on that one.
Yeah.
And like I said, so right now it feels like, the end of your course, but really we're just getting started.
Yes.
We're going to be together for a long time. We're going to make sure that, not only do you get your certificate, but you get in front of people who need to learn English as a foreign language. Make sure
I
that
look forward.
who you can assist in the growth and development. So we're very, very excited for that. And of course, all the other grads, if there are other graduates watching this, we have a new one amongst our ranks. Uh,
Yeah.
another wonderful bright mind, that we're gonna send out into the world. um you know
I'm excited about it.
we're so excited as well. So
Mhm.
again, Milan, thank you so much for your time. Congratulations on your course, and we are so excited again to help you into the future, get you working, fill up your classroom, and like I said, the sky's the limits.
I agree. And I want to thank you and Elaine also. You've always been very helpful. Every time I reach out, I get immediate response. When I had some bad moments and panicking, you always calmed me down and you took the time to really walk me through the process. And so the support was there all the time. And I really, really appreciate it. I think
Thank
that
you
really
so much.
helped. Yes. No, thank
Yeah,
you.
that's our point of pride.
Yes.
And like I said, we really enjoy being there for you as well. So,
Thank
Milan,
you.
again, thank you for everything. And
You're welcome.
of course, and to those who are watching and listening, thank you for tuning in as always. And hopefully in the near future, we're going to have a lot more graduates coming through. But Milan's she's going to be up in lights for the next couple weeks. So learn her.
Updated.
Oh, absolutely. We're gonna keep her updated. She's part of our circle. We'll bring her into the teacher's garden, and I said we're going to. I said nothing but great things moving forward, Mara. Thank you
I'm
so
looking forward. Thank you. Bye bye.